Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to yet another engaging session from CoinGabbar. This is Sudeep, your host, and we have been trying to get more experts in sessions of late, but there are a lot of disturbances in the world economy going on right now. So everybody is right now flying, or everybody is trying to station themselves and to bring something out of the market. Today, if we talk about, we are joined by Wook Lee, who is from EDENA Capital. And EDENA, if I'm pronouncing it right, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome, Wook, to the session.
Yes, it's very honored to be in the session.
That's great. Thank you so much. So, we will be discussing a range of topics today. If we talk about the most important topics that relate to the crypto ecosystem, the Web3 ecosystem, and most importantly, how does Wook landed? I mean, how did he land into the crypto ecosystem? Will be, one question that we'll ask him. Definitely, we'll pinch him at the right time, but that is for some time else in during the discussion. The start of the discussion will obviously talk about how are things in the Web3 ecosystem. I mean, we have seen earlier that whenever the capitalistic economy or whenever the dollar economy collapsed, the crypto market saw an inverse relation. So whenever the dollar economy collapsed, Bitcoin went up, and the other crypto assets following that, because Bitcoin obviously is a leading indicator. But in this cycle, we saw that Bitcoin moved parallel to the capital market. So what has changed during the past few maybe months, that Bitcoin, instead of going inverse to the dollar, has started going aside the dollar in most of these cases.
Uh the reason I think it's like before the Bitcoin has been a role of maybe outside of the financial market, which decentralized. But however, as financial institution moved on, making ETF funds for the Bitcoin, and it's now linked to the actual stock market. So Bitcoin, as I see it that way, so it's now like connected to the financial market. So I think that's why the movement is similar to the current financial market.
I mean, have got something to do with the investment of the giants in Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum and related assets. I mean, derivatives of the prime assets in the crypto ecosystem, maybe.
Yes. So like so that I think that's how the like a big financial institution move. So actually like blockchain field itself still is like only maybe 1 to 2% of worldwide whole assets. So uh maybe can be like bigger fast, but however still for the traditional asset it's comparably small. And actually, uh, when it comes to the like, let's say for example, for a blockchain fund, for example, listing on like a global exchange like Nasdaq or other place, um, when the fund is made for 1 billion USD to buy several digital assets, but the size of the fund listed in the market becomes like 5 billion, 10 billion, and it moves with the stock price. So actually, it becomes the stock price, not the crypto itself. So very easy to uh, that's my point of view. So like it's it's not really a part when it comes to like ETF or everything. It comes connected to the financial market. So I, yeah, that's what I think.
I mean, just a viewpoint which we would like to have your opinion on is that can we safely say that Bitcoin is becoming more of a mainstream asset? I mean, particularly Bitcoin becoming more of a mainstream investable asset rather than just being the flag bearer of blockchain ecosystem or the crypto ecosystem.
It it had been looking like a main asset, but I don't. In my point of view, in my just opinion, I don't think it's main asset. because the now what's coming into the market is real world asset, and which is actually from the it has the backed by the real asset, and that makes the value of the 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 asset itself like as a security token. So um maybe, and also a lot of companies preparing for stable coins and also CBDC. So everything is moving on. So in my point of view, I don't think it can be remained as the main asset.
That's fair. So, just, I mean, something out of interest, if I may ask. Uh, there's a major, I mean, people, media has stopped giving hype to that particular incident, but there's a major war going on in two parts of the world. One is, I mean, the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and second, the bigger one between Iran and US and Israel, obviously. So these three parties involved. So, what do you think is the impact that the war has had on the crypto ecosystem, firstly? And second, how will this particular thing, this particular war will be impacting the crypto ecosystem in the times to come? Say for like 3 2 3 years, or maybe 2 3 months, or 2 3 weeks, when the say the crypto market becomes immune to the uh, I mean the decisions of the war, and it start going tracing its own path. What do you say about that?
Actually, it started with the blockchain can uh, make the transaction beneath the watch. But however, even Korea now going for actually like a actual KRW or fiat, and um going for the all reach of the all transaction and deposit or withdraw. So uh it's I think it's just a matter of just a method now. It's not about now hiding the transaction, but it comes beneath. So it's just only matter of which method that you're choosing. Is it going through Swift, or is it going through blockchain, or is it going through other way? So it's only the method that choose for the transaction.
That's fair. So, Wook, something personal that I would like to ask. So, how did you get caught up in the blockchain ecosystem? I mean, earlier on, you must have had some past life before this, and now we are all into renewed lives of the blockchain ecosystem. So, what were you doing before blockchain, before crypto, and then you came to like EDENA Capital Partners, and what made the transition possible, and what piqued your interest into the crypto ecosystem? Is it just the hype, or you are seeing some actual value, and what points of value that we might see?
Well, I started with the working for the climate change. I had worked with the UNFCCC, and also we tried to develop the concept of carbon credit to because it was very fascinating concept. If you do something good for the environment, you get the bonus. That's the simple it is to understand. But however, making understand of the carbon credit, it had been very hard when the investment, the explanation becomes hard. It's very hard to get the investment. But when this blockchain concept came out, it became sort of like you can fractionize because each carbon credit asset, um, especially when we say regulated carbon credit, the each asset size is pretty big and very hard to sell. It means, but however, like fractionizing, that means that we can bring in even the individual from the retail market. So that made me to be interested in blockchain field, um, and definitely blockchain had been a good one of the good way to for the carbon credit field. But however, now blockchain moving on to not only this kind of very complicated asset, but also very simple and premium asset on board because the world is now preparing for a 24/7 market. And and which also connect all the stock market, financial institutions. So eventually, in maybe 1 to 2 years, all the world will be connected in the financial rail. It's only a matter of who will be the bridge and who will be the well, clearinghouse of the because each there's too much blockchain and it's not unified. So it's only a matter about how are we going to make that bridge very smooth.
Well, that's a fair point you made. I mean, it has to be smooth. I mean, there's a difference between the transition from anyone from the Web 2 ecosystem to the Web 3 ecosystem, and people often feel confused about what exactly is a wallet, how are they going to access the ecosystem, what is a digital identity, and there are a lot of other questions that people ask, and that basically is one of the factors why the adoption is less. And you rightly pointed out that real world assets are basically the key to mass adoption of blockchain, I must say, because that is where the confidence of people in the blockchain ecosystem will come, and they will be able to relate it to something of value which is already there in the physical ecosystem. So a more tangible value, if they can place on the blockchain based derivatives like crypto assets or something, then definitely it has got some way to like enter into this particular field. But that's one part. Let us talk about EDENA Capital Partners. So, how did you come to this particular ecosystem? What led you to germinate this idea and bring it to this level? So, I mean, the ideation, but I'm more talking about the transition part. What led to this particular transition in your life when you like started this particular venture?
It all started with the targeting my vision. So we're targeting the world to be connect with the financial rail, financial infrastructure, which connects most of the financial sector. But my vision on top of that, we're trying to put on the AI. So we're looking at the full AI autonomous financial rail. So all the investment, all the payment, and also all the maybe watching for the fraud transaction, everything is done by the AI, then it will lessen the human risk. Because I am the person who also thinks that um, human risk is the most biggest risk in dealing with the most of the things. And if we can lessen the human risk, there can be more efficiency in the investment, and yeah, the world that we're looking at is the full AI autonomous AI driven the investment railway, and which the world is going for right now.
I mean that was the incoming question now that everybody is going for AI with these two giants like Anthropic and OpenAI coming up. I mean they are like fighting tooth and nail, no holes barred, and they are bagging one government contract or the other every second day, and things are moving pretty fast. But I have always had this interest in mind that blockchain basically is, data. You can have n number of use cases for how you save the data, how you actually harness the data, but blockchain essentially is data recording mechanism. And when data is not coupled with some meaningful resources for, say, harnessing its true power, then definitely loses its sense. And that's where probably the artificial intelligence comes into picture. And AI coupled with blockchain, I think, is going to be the next gen coupling of technologies, which will drive the world sooner or later. Because I've always had this apprehension about the artificial intelligence going out of control. I am a movie buff, and I have seen Terminator 2 when I was young, and I mean the memories still haunt me. And when you say so many robots, when you say so many servants coming into picture, and then you see one day they might all be controlling themselves, and they might start thinking of humans as their say entire as their enemies, who are trying to control them. So one
Mm.
small bug in one of the systems, and all the systems are running on artificial or say their own intelligence, considering human to be their enemies. I mean, if you see my LinkedIn, I have recently written an article about should there be a kill switch for the AI in case anything goes south. So I mean, a switch is one of my concepts that I think should be there. But when it comes to AI, and if we couple it with blockchain, so anything, if it is there on blockchain, it is controlled, because artificial intelligence cannot still hack blockchains. So if AI is coupled with blockchain, there is a footprint, a digital footprint, there's a control, there's a mechanism still driven by community, which can control the say the outburst of an artificial intelligence, which goes beyond the control of humans. Because you have seen Sam Altman released a 13-page guide to how to survive in case of an AI apocalypse. And I mean, so these are the things that are coming, and it is pretty distress. I mean, it is distressing in this way. So what do you think is, I mean, is really the coupling of blockchain and AI going to put some check? And I mean, is it really the way forward when we talk about the blockchain? Because I mean, blockchain has done what it was supposed to do. Now AI is the only way forward for blockchain to get the next step forward.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um, Sometimes yeah, definitely agree that AI can be a risk, but already the slingshot has been shot. But like these days, I don't know. Would really be AI the only thing that is a risk for human? Um, we don't even have a control. Okay, maybe we will not have a control in AI in the future, but do we have control of humans or countries right now? So would
I
AI
mean,
be
just
the
to
risk
interrupt
first
you, that
or the
you,
human?
you coming from the environment protection side, definitely there's a lot to check upon.
Yeah, yes. So AI itself, I'm like the person that AI slingshot has been shot. So at least we don't fight the wave. We need to ride the wave. So that's what we're doing. Um, and at least AI is flowing. So at least from the financial side, definitely AI will come in this side as well. Then would this can provide our humans a more convenient way of uh, investing or managing funds or asset management, everything. So I think that's what the field that we are doing, and we're trying to make the at least we think in the better world. Yeah.
I mean, there's a flip side to every coin. We should never
Yes.
say that it is only going to be negative. It can also be positive. But
Yes.
I mean, let us come to Bedina Capital Partners more once again. So we talked about how you came to this field, but and obviously you are trying to engage artificial intelligence into making this a better investment ecosystem and a transition between the Web 2 and Web 3 ecosystem for the new users. But when it comes to Edina Capital, how different, or what kind of difference are you trying to make, or how different are you from the others in the industry? I mean, every project comes with certain USP, certain differences, or certain new way of thinking. So what's new, that is something that our viewers would like to understand, our listeners would like to see, as to why in the times to come Edina Capital would be one of the partners to bank upon.
Actually, people say there in the future will make a lot of difference, and they don't know when. But actually, the world is, as far as I know, world is prepared on transition right now, and even the financial institutions are capable of right now. So is what matters is who will trigger that and who will be able to manage that in the middle as a bridge. And actually, our EDENA is making a lot of progress, and there will be we're preparing a lot of result, but it's going really fast. So it's very near term. Everything is actually ready if make an action. And we are Adenized Capital is a center of that doing it.
That's great. And what other features might one look for when they are working with Edina Capital or they are partnering with them?
So easily expressed, explaining about us, we are having a role as a bridge. So we are not competing with the other financial institutions. We don't want to fight. Definitely, we are in the cooperation. So even the countries, each country cannot be the bridge central, but however, it needs a bridge. And Edena Capital Partners, we're having a role as a bridge to connect even the worldwide stock exchanges, financial institutions, banks, security firms, all of it. So, yeah, we're just going for the bridge to connect the world in very safe way.
That's fair. One more thing, I mean, more of a pertinent question. As an investor myself, I might ask that. There is, I mean, always an inbound and imbibed security threat whenever we talk about a new venture. So when you are connected to everyone, there are two kind of threats. One is security and second is compliance. So when we talk about, I mean, having like we were discussing before the session, I come from the assurance side. So I'm an auditor. So compliance is one of the things that is actually written on my forehead. I want to go for the compliance thing first. That is the first thing. Second is the security. Like when somebody is dealing with you, how secured is the platform? How can investors' interest be secured? And how are you ensuring the compliance when it comes to users from different geographies?
Ah, yes. So that's a great question. So we're not technology developer. We're working with the worldwide tier one, rank one technologies in our umbrella, and we're providing those technologies to the firms. And the compliance, KYC, and all, we're not doing it. It's the bank. So each country have each regulations, KYC, compliance. So there's the door. So in the bridge, we're just providing a road, so each side have the role. So we're just the bridge. We're just making the pathway very safe, running, and the technology we bring in the world's tier one technologies together.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. If I may summarize, what you are doing is that if anybody sitting at any corner of the world want to invest in a secured manner across any part of the Web2 ecosystem, that is where Adena Capital Partners will come into picture. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, so they're using our rails, but it's like this. Let's say the money transaction. They're simply doing the same thing, but let's no. I think this example would be better. When these days we just tap the phone to make the payment. Do the customers understand what's the beneath the technology? They just use the method. So what we are doing in the beneath. So people don't know. They will be approaching only the easy way, the surface, and we are the inside. So uh, yeah, the process will be easy, but they will not see the rails. Actually, it's already connected, like a payment gateway.
Right, got your point perfectly. So, Wook, this is till the point what you are making of Adena Capital, but what is your future vision? What is your thought process? How do you want to take it forward from here? I mean, getting more users on board is one part, but every founder, what I've seen, I've been consulting industry for like past 26 years now, and I have seen a lot of founders. I have worked with a lot of them, and every founder is always having a next dream building in his brain. So Edina might be at the doorsteps right now, and you might be attending more to it. But what next with Edina? What is the next step?
Oh, yeah. I I also get those questions like what's next? What's next year? What's like 2 years? But actually, what we are doing is we are working for next month. The world, I don't know, like 3 months later, I cannot imagine. The journey is on the for me, my journey is just in front. We're reaching out to the like next week or next month, and I think this acceleration will be very fast. And also our company has to adopt the speed. But however, what we're currently doing, as I mentioned, we're providing the financial rail infrastructure, and on top of it, AI. And next of that, I don't know. When we're rich, there will be a new vision next month. So I'm just following up this journey.
That's a fair point. When you're rich, you will have the next vision. I mean, vision comes when you have money in your pocket. Absolutely. So that's most. I mean, I must say, having done so many sessions, I have done more than like 50 live interviews physically of people, founders in the Web3 ecosystem. I've done more than 200 AMAs, and I must say, this is the most honest answer I got till date. When I have money, I'll have next vision. Thank you for
That's
being that honest, Wook. So, Wook, I mean, if I say, moving to the next part of the this particular session, anything that you would like to, if I'm a user and if I want to say get onto the platform of Edina, what should interest me, and what would be your 2 minute pitch as to why somebody should become your customer?
actually our business is more to B2B. So we are working with the financial institutions, and customers will meet the banks, security firms, funds, asset management company, not us. So we're the rails between the financial institutions, and if the customer is the financial institutions, um, welcome to use our rails, which we're acting as a bridge, like a new kind of Swift.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Swift is old, I must say, is to some extent redundant, especially the Bitcoin ecosystem, the crypto ecosystem challenge the very premises of Swift in itself. And then there are other ecosystems. I mean, BRICS is coming up with one more ecosystem, and there's a need of it. So, I mean, the everybody is scared of the economic sanctions now that keep coming and going away every week with the whims and fancies of somebody particular. So Swift, I mean, is a system that has to be challenged now, I must say, and definitely that is the space. If Adina Capital is working in that space, then definitely that is one of the most promising setups that anybody can make in the ecosystem, and especially when you make it with blockchain, that makes it even more interesting and even more secure in that way. Uh,
Yes.
with that, we come to the end of this session. Wook, any point that I've asked, I mean, I missed asking you, or anything that you would like to end, I mean, add as a closing note to the session, you're more than welcome to do so.
No, it was a great pleasure to uh, join this session. And as I mentioned, so how we look at every month is what I feel is a survival, and I'm surviving. I think everyone in the world is surviving, or they deny what's happening. So maybe sometimes I envy people who deny what's happening and just live their life. Maybe that can be the better life. But however, I choose the life of survival. So surviving every day, every month.
I mean, just to add to it, if you are in that survival instinct every day, then definitely you are trying to live life and you are trying to make your life better. If you give in to the passive accommodations that life can offer you, then definitely you start losing interest in your own life. That is how life goes. And if you're surviving, that means you are still a fighter. There's a fighter left in you, and you are still fighting to make something better, at least for this world to see.
Actually, I'm enjoying surviving.
That's it. And we all are surviving. We all are
Yes,
surviving. I mean,
yes.
especially with the with the AI buzz coming into picture, I don't know who all will need this survival ecosystem then. But that is for the future to see. With this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you so much, everyone,
Thank
those
you.
who have been with this with us in this session. This was Wook Lee from Edina Capital Partners. They've got a really interesting products. They are basically streaming up and lining up the payments ecosystem. They are working in the B2B stream and trying to make it more secure, more easy, and more transparent, because they are working on the blockchain ecosystem. And definitely, if we come to the Swift ecosystem, then definitely this might be one of the answers to it in the payments ecosystem. With this, we come to the end of the session. This was Sudeep, your host, with Vocally from EDENA Capital Partners. Thank you so much all for watching us live. You can also watch the session in the recorded mode till then, and we'll keep coming back with more such interesting sessions. Till then, thanks so much for attending with us. Bye bye.
Thank you.